These are all goalkeeper training products, and in today's video we're going to find out if they actually work. Starting off with these negative grip goalkeeper gloves. First time putting on the negative grip goalkeeper gloves. Apparently these are very good to train with, because if you're able to catch a ball in these gloves, you should be able to catch a ball in any gloves. They got bad grip, so I can't even get them on.
Okay, so I gotta clarify, when he said negative grip goalkeeper gloves, I thought he was originally talking about the style of the glove. Why would you have a hard time catching a ball with a negative cut glove? That's what I use in professional games. It basically just means that it's tighter wrapped around your fingers. What he actually means is that there's no grip, there's no latex, there's no stickiness on the actual ball. What I do, I will actually on Thursdays or Fridays before our games on Saturdays, I'll use like my worst pair of practice gloves that literally got like 10 holes in them, but there's no grip. So it basically accomplishes the same thing. It makes you take care and focus on that ball a lot more than you would otherwise, just to make sure that those catching fundamentals are nice and locked in. So this is a good product, but I wouldn't say you necessarily have to go out and buy a whole brand new glove. Just use a pair of roughed up gloves, or just use your hands.
There's no grip. No grip whatsoever. All right, let's try catch a couple balls in these. I'm just gonna be taking 5 shots, see how many out of 5 I can catch. Then we're gonna be doing a normal glove, see what the difference is. Oh, it's definitely much harder. I feel like the technique to catch the ball needs to be perfect. You can't be relying on your gloves anymore. Oh, it's genuinely very difficult. There's just no grip. So important to keep your hands behind the ball with these gloves, which I feel like is very good to train with. All right, that was it for the non-grip goalkeeper gloves. These are actually insane. I feel like it's a very good training product. If you're able to catch a ball in these, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to catch a ball in any type of gloves. So we give these an 8 out of 10.
I'd give the actual product, especially if it's around $60, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. The idea though, I'd give like a 8 or a 9 out of 10, but there's just other ways to do it without actually buying a product, so that's my rating.
All right, the next product we're gonna be testing is the kicker ball, which is supposedly a ball that swerves like crazy when you kick it. So Uppy's gonna be taking a couple shots on me, see how many he can score. All right, swerve ball, we're gonna be taking 10 shots, see how many out of 10 I can save. Let's go. Whoa, that's interesting to say the least. It looked like it was hanging dead in the air and it wasn't moving. I thought it was supposed to swerve. Okay, you don't save those. You don't save those.
Okay, you do save those actually if you know what you're doing. I'm assuming that it's got some other kind of smaller ball inside of it, or what is more likely is that the way these panels are designed, there's no way for air to catch and add like wind resistance to those panels. That's what causes curve.
It says, strike the center with your laces and adjust your kicking power to knuckle or bend the ball. Side of the ball. Kicking the ball this way allows anyone to bend, curve, and swerve the kicker ball. Oh, good luck. That's a difficult shot to save, but I don't feel like it's doing anything crazy for what it says on the packaging, to be honest. I expected more. Okay, that's interesting. It looked like it was going way outside and it came back in. Did you see that? It went all the way that way and it came right back. That's crazy. I'll take it. That's not bad. All right, that's it for the kicker ball. I expected it to curve more and to move more in the air. It's nothing crazy. It's an interesting product, but it's not wow. I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
I'd probably give that a 2 out of 10 because I'm sure it costs like 30, 35 bucks. You can just use a flat ball. Or what we've done, and you guys may have done this in the past too when we were kids, there was always some goofball that would fill up his soccer ball with helium and just... that ball, you want to talk about a knuckle and that thing doing unpredictable stuff, just fill up a normal soccer ball with helium. You'll get more out of it than this thing.
The next product we're going to be testing is, we have 3 types of vision impairing gloves. So one's an eye patch, one is like with holes in it, and the other just covers the bottom.
I can tell you right off the bat, this is going to be the best product by far. This is the thing that we would use most often. They're called strobe glasses, or at least the ones that we used. Like every 2 seconds, it would cut off for a second and you completely lose your vision. We would use that all the time. Those things are fantastic because think about what kind of situation you're in as a goalkeeper, at least in a real live game. It's a lot harder to see that ball through all that traffic. Sometimes you lose vision of it, but you still have to be able to track that flight movement. And these glasses are one of the best ways I've ever found to do it. And there's different ways that you can do it even without the glasses. Sometimes I'll hold cones in front of my kids' eyes till the last second before a shot comes in. So I can already tell you right off the bat, this is probably going to be my favorite product.
You as a goalkeeper to train your reaction speed, apparently. And I think we're going to start off with these ones just because they're the most interesting. Put these on, have Oppie take a couple shots in my hands, and then take a couple shots on target. Yo, that's crazy. I feel like a bee. Oh my days. It's weird because I can't show you guys what I'll see, but I'll put the GoPro in the glasses, but there's a lot I cannot see, I'll tell you that. Let's take a couple shots in the hands and see what that's like. All right, just to give you guys some perspective, this is what I'm gonna see. All right, come on. You can barely see anything through these. I'm Batman. Whoa, this is so weird, bro. Oh, it completely kills your perception of depth.
Yeah, I don't like this one as much just because it's not as game specific and game oriented as the strobe glasses, because the strobe glasses train exactly what you largely see. You'll have full picture for a while, but then at certain times, oftentimes unexpected moments, you'll completely lose sight of that ball. So it completely cuts out that vision and then completely gives you your vision back. This is just always impeding your vision, so I'm not as big of a fan of that.
Oh, you guys aren't seeing this, but this is very difficult for me. Ooh, okay. I'm getting used to it. Feel like a bumblebee. Bzz. Fly like a butterfly. Oh, sting like a bee. For you, it just looks like I'm catching footballs shot straight into my hands, but this is something else, man. All right, let's try the other glasses. All right, so next up we have these, and they basically just block the underside of your sight. So thinking these are gonna be very difficult with low balls, but let's put them on and see what they're like. That's what you're gonna be seeing. It's not too bad, is it? Honestly. It just blocks the underside of your eyes, so it should be all right. Yeah, catching is like normal balls shot into my hands aren't gonna be more difficult with this on. Just because my field of vision isn't blocked. Let's try a couple low balls. Genuinely not more difficult.
I hate these because all you gotta do to adjust for that lack of low vision is go like this. So not the biggest fan of these.
Yeah, like it doesn't make low balls any more difficult what you'd expect. So I don't really know what these are for. Next up, Captain Jack. And I feel like if you only have one eye, your depth perception goes away, right? Like this, half your vision is gone. I don't know. No, the thing is you can see everything with one eye, but it's just...
I know I held my hands up like this because I was like, what the heck is he doing? But he is right. And I'm not gonna explain like optometry to you, but he's right. I just thought it was a little goofy with that eye patch on.
Like your perception of depth is gonna be gone. So I wonder what this is gonna be like. Captain Dutch GK, ready for takeoff? Oh, whoa! Hey, well, that's very difficult, honestly.
So I thought he was going to use the strobe glasses, but apparently he's not. Okay, and I think I know the reason why is those strobe glasses, I'm pretty sure, are a couple $100s. They are very, very, very expensive. Like, they're essentially computers on your face. But I would recommend that for sure. Go with the strobe glasses, or honestly, that eye patch was probably the most effective out of all the products that he used.
As regards to vision impairment, we started off with these, the B goggles, and they're pretty sick. Honestly, to train with these, I feel like you're gonna get much better.
I'd still only give that like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Go for the strobe glasses, and I don't say that lightly because, like I said, I'm not someone that recommends you spend a bunch of money, but if you do want to take this seriously, the strobe glasses are by far the best option.
These are 7 out of 10. All right, the next products we're gonna be testing is the reflex balls. Ovo ball, which is a very interesting one. We'll see how this one bounces up. And we have another reflex ball, which is kind of like half an American football. So we're gonna be taking a couple shots with these, see how difficult these are to save. They're just supposed to improve your reflexes as a goalkeeper as they bounce, different than a normal football. See how we do. All right, first up, orange ball, the reflex ball. Here we go. Okay. See, that shot was just straight at me. It just flew like a normal football. There's nothing crazy about it. Oh. Thank you. I'll take that. There's nothing crazy. It's just like a normal football. It moves even slower though. So maybe it's even easier. And it doesn't bounce like maybe as a pass, but I expected it to bounce like crazy.
Well, first of all, it's more made to be hit on the ground. So that was your first mistake. And two, I'd say you didn't pump it up enough. If that ball was too heavy and it was moving too slow, it's because it's not pumped up enough. Think about it, right? You've got these 3 sides that are jutting out. It's going to catch wind. It's going to slow it down. But if you make the ball lighter, it's more conducive with that air that's surrounding it. It's going to move a lot more freely.
Nothing. Maybe these ones are meant for football players, not for goalkeepers. Once again, I thought this was really gonna bounce up. It's just staying flat on the floor. Okay, that was weird. All right, next up, the oval ball. Definitely the weirdest out of the three. Hopefully this does something a bit more interesting than the other two. They were nothing special. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what we need to see. Oh.
That's how you're supposed to hit it when you want to train with these things. You hit a drop volley or a volley and you hit it into the ground, because then it's going to have all that weird movement, and that's what you're trying to train, those small micro adjustments.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting so much more from these reflex balls, but they're kind of eh. All right, so that was it for the reaction balls. The orange ball didn't do too much. It didn't bounce up like I thought it would, so 3 out of 10. The yellow ball didn't do too much either. Honestly, I was expecting a bit more from that as well. 3 out of 10. The oval ball bounced up a bit more, but again, not as much as I'd hoped it to. So we'll give this a 4 out of 10.
I'm only going to rate the Forza ball because it's the only one I've ever used and it's the only one that I recommend. Still only give it like a 7 out of 10 because I know they're expensive. I wouldn't say that they're absolutely overall super duper important to your development. There's 1,001 different ways to make that ball move weird, awkward, that doesn't require some special ball.
All right, to test out the grip of all the gloves we have today in the grip spray, we're gonna be doing the drop test. I'm gonna hold the ball out, drop my hand, and see at which angle the ball drops. So first up, we have the Titan Goalkeeper gloves with no grip spray.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next up, we have the no grip gloves. Let's see how they do. I'm not sure if it'll do much, but... Oh, it actually did.
So he's just testing like glove glue, basically like a spray-on stuff that just makes your gloves stickier. I wouldn't recommend it because you're never going to have any better grip than the actual latex palms. Yeah, it might be cheaper than going out and buying a new pair of gloves. That's what I would recommend. I'm not even going to watch this. Just go out and buy a new pair of gloves. If you don't have the money to keep buying new gloves every 3 months or so, just get a pair of practice gloves. Use those for all your practices. Get a pair of game gloves. Use those for 6 to 8 months, hopefully through a whole season, and then turn those game gloves into your practice gloves. More focus on that technique and just having gloves that you're comfortable with. That's more important.
Next product we're gonna be testing is the Fingerless Goalkeeper gloves. Any ever seen anything like this? Like, what is going on? I feel like they just made an entire goalkeeper glove and just cut off the latex right there. I'm not sure if I think these are meant for indoor goalkeepers.
I was just gonna say, they're made for goalkeepers and indoor, and though you don't need them really. You can do this without gloves, you can do this with gloves, you can do this with torn up crappy gloves. I don't want you guys spending a bunch of money that you don't need to, thinking that these products are really, really gonna help. I made it to a professional level by literally going out and utilizing everything around me. I go out on my local church. The church was up on a hill, and that's how I practiced like my side volleys, for example. I'd sit in that little pulley and I just hit 150 side volleys and try and hit the same spot over and over and over and over. That type of training, that repetitive 10,000 basically movements for perfection or mastery, that's the idea. You really don't need any of these products.
Hopefully we don't break a finger. They also call me Koen McGregor, Koen Venom Page. All right, let's go. Okay, it's basically just my fingers catching the ball at this point.
And did you notice what Cohen said? He's like, my fingers catch the ball largely. Well, that's because he's got bad habits. That's also why he drops the ball a lot.
Hey, yo, these are actually pretty good. The latex cushions the blow of the ball. Fingers just help to grip the ball because fingers have the best grip, right? No. It's pretty sick. But imagine wearing these in the winter, bro. Ooh. I just found out what these things are for. I think it's to take your gloves off. I think that's not what it's for. Oh, get me out of these things, man. Oh my days. Broken phone, broken gloves, broken heart, man.
That's when you know they're a truly bad product. When you could just rip them apart like that. I've got to say, Cohen definitely has the personality for a YouTuber. This is why I don't go out and do this crap, because I'm much better at analyzing and breaking stuff down for you guys. So good stuff, Cohen. It was an interesting video. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. You know what products to buy and not. And until next time, y'all, peace.